appointed a multitude of new officers and has sent hither swarms of officials to harass our people and eat out their substance.
George III and his bureaucrats taxed and controlled their lives until the people said, enough.
Hi, I'm William Wagner. I don't know what happened to the cameraman on that camera, but we're here with a candidate for the 33rd Assembly, Fred Strong. And he's a sitting city councilman running for in a four-way primary. Is that right?
That's correct.
Welcome to the show.
My pleasure.
Okay, tell me in 2 minutes why you're the right guy.
Because I'm the only one that has the experience in Sacramento and knows how it works and has been doing it for over 40 years. I have been dealing with representing the people for all that time. I was a lobbyist, but I was a lobbyist for the California Homeowners Association, representing the people of the state of California, not some big business or union or big money outfit. So I have dealt with writing legislation, amending legislation. I'll tell you right now, all these big spotlight issues that the various candidates talk about, you go down to the floor of the assembly and start sounding off the way they're doing in the campaign, you're not going to get anywhere, because the actual work of the assembly is day to day, hour by hour, and it's a dozen, 50, 100 issues on a day, and you deal with representing your people and protecting them. 85 to 90% of your time is spent in actually opposing legislation or getting it amended so that it makes some sense.
Okay, Matt Kokinen, what does he lack?
Matt lacks experience.
Okay, Etta Waterfield, what does she lack?
Experience.
How about Supervisor Cacho?
Cacho has local experience. He has some experience on the Coastal Commission. But Cacho has not really been that active at, for instance, CSAC, which is the statewide organization for county supervisors. Harry Ovitt, who is no longer on the board in San Luis Obispo County, was their primary representative, and he carried the ball. Cacho has not been involved with the state issues across the board. He may know Coastal Commission, and he may know some of the issues specific to that, and he knows the issues specific to petroleum. And at one hearing, I represented WOGA, which is the organization he belongs to as a gas station owner, on some of the air pollution issues. Because sometimes the regulations, well, frequently the regulations out of Sacramento go too far, and they don't make sense.
Wow. Well, what's the first year you went to Sacramento and got involved in anything?
Approximately 1968.
1968.
Mm-hmm. And there I was involved with some school issues, and primarily it was also with land use issues as they affected schools. One of the things that concerned me was that there was nothing in the law, and local jurisdictions were not referring subdivision maps to the local schools so that they would know how many new houses they were getting in their district, how many new kids they might be getting in their schools, so they couldn't do adequate planning for the future. And I felt that was wrong.
What did Jerry Brown do that was nearly close to communism?
Eliminating local government.
Eliminating local government?
Well, he tried. In 1977, May of that year, he issued a document called the Urban Development Strategy for California. It came out of his office, out of the Office of Planning and Research. It's about 88 pages long, all right?
And summarize me, what does this document do? Because these pages are turning yellow.
Basically, it eliminates local government and creates regional government under the control of Sacramento. And that was what it was designed to do.
Control from the top down.
From the top down.
Isn't that what Bush has brought us?
That's what Obama especially has brought us.
9/11 has done, and Obama's taking it to the nth degree.
Everybody is pushing that type of thing and taking it way too far.
But the Tea Party people are really upset about this, Mr. Strong.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to call you Councilman Strong?
No, whatever.
Because you're the strong man in this race.
Call me Fred.
Fred, how are the Tea Party people receiving you? You getting any Tea Party? Because these are the really angry patriots that feel their government's being ripped out of their hands and they have no control.
Tea Party people are dealing with one or two aspects of the issue mostly. A lot of them are just no taxes. We don't want taxes, no increase in taxes, period. That isn't totally realistic because the devil is always in the details. You've got to have some taxes to have government. because you cannot function. That's the only source of revenue that government has. The question is, are the taxes being used correctly? Are they fair? Is there a nexus between where you're getting the tax and what you're spending it on? And that's some of the problem I have even with our current governor. Because on the gas tax just recently, when they made some changes, and he took the state sales tax on gasoline out, created an excise tax in order to take money away from education by getting it out of the general fund. Also left transit money totally lacking, with billions of dollars of infrastructure in transit to now cut off any assured source of income for them to continue operating transit throughout this state. Makes no sense at all. Doesn't matter whether you agree with transit or want transit or not, you don't throw billions of dollars into the junk heap. Doesn't make sense.
Wow. You sound, Fred, like you're a man who knows what he's talking about, and I got the sense at that first farm event that 2-minute clip, and Andy actually got booed at one point. Remember that,
yes,
Andy Caldwell? People booed him for the question he asked. And that was kind of shocking. No, I'm not going to show you Andy being booed. I'm not tonight anyway. But I have it on tape. Believe me, I taped the whole event. Okay. Didn't I, Fred? You saw me there.
Yes, you did.
You didn't know who I was, did you?
Didn't know who you were, or then you were in the back. I didn't know you belonged to CALIF.
I was in the back and the side, this side.
Right. Yeah.
But I taped the whole thing. Got it on tape. Because I'm interested in local events. I think the county is the root. The county is to the nation what the family is to the nation.
And the cities.
And the cities. They are the building blocks from which the nation has body, has tissue, has bone, has marrow.
But I would argue that it's the cities more than the counties for one reason. The cities are responsible directly to the people. And that's where government is really local. The counties are the local arm of the state. Well, and much of their function is to actually initiate and administer state law at the local level.
I want to ask you about your county. You're from San Luis Obispo County.
Yes.
This is a 2-county seat now, isn't it?
Yes. Well, it's a county and a third.
Which county's the third?
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara. So Etta Waterfield isn't pulling much hay up in your county.
She's doing quite well.
Is she?
That's
amazing, because she seems to be afraid to come on this show and let me ask her some tough questions.
I can't speak for Etta. Etta is a very charming lady.
She is charming.
I like Etta as a person.
I like Etta as a person,
I like all
too.
of the candidates as people. I mean, they're all nice people. They're all good people. They all have good motivations. And I'm not going to trash another candidate.
I'm not asking you to.
But
what I want to ask you about is, in your county, there's no race for DA.
No.
But there's a race for sheriff.
Yes.
There's what, 5 or 6 running?
There's a whole bunch of them running. I think there might be as many as 8. I'm not sure. I'm concentrating on my race, to be honest.
Is this a good thing to have many candidates running for a local office that's important?
I think it can be, yes. Because the cream rises to the top, so it starts to get down pretty much to maybe 2 or 3, sometimes just down to 2.
In our county, we have 2 people running for district attorney. One is a guy named Josh Lynn. I've tried to interview him. I've tried to talk to him 2 or 3 times because he does most of his work right up here. And the other one is a woman. I haven't met any of these people. I have no axe to grind, except I can't seem to get Lynn to actually talk to me when I want to ask him about what his DAs are doing. Dudley I didn't even know about. I didn't know she lived and breathed. But I'm going to give them both equal time. Dudley's scheduled to be on here live, people, coming up, if not this Friday, the following Friday, 2 weeks from now. And I believe Mr. Lynn's campaign manager, Jim, has committed for Mr. Lynn to be on here next Friday live. And we've got some tape. And what I looked at, Fred, and this is what I think I'm going to do with your sheriff's race, I'm going to look at who gave the most money to the candidate, and I'm going to go see that person. I'm going to ask that person, why are you giving that much money? And in our race, and